Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is session 4, I believe, of our run of Monsterhearts 2 on the Open Hearth Gaming Community. My name is Jose, and I'll be the MC tonight, or today, actually. It's a day for some of us, night for others. Yeah, so I just want to review the safety tools really quickly that we have in place that we're working with, and then we'll jump into some of the substance of the game. We have a Lines and Veils tab, and you can find it on our character keeper. Lines are things that we're not going to talk about in the narrative, and veils are things that we might refer to, but will mostly happen off screen. So if you get a chance, you can right now take a quick look to remind yourself of what those are. I won't read them all out again. I don't think there's been any recent changes as far as I can tell. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then in addition to Lines and Veils, we're using the X card. So if anything comes up in play that you want to that you're not comfortable with, or you just want to remove, you can just make an X or put an X in the chat or say X card, whatever we need, and then we'll stop, we'll pause the play, we'll excise the event or the material that is causing a problem, and we'll rewind maybe a little bit and start again. You never have to tell us why you're taking something out, but you might have to tell us what. And lastly, we're going to use Open Door. And so if for any reason you need to leave, for whatever exigency, life, whatever it is, you are always free to leave. And if you are going to be coming back on a given session, it'd be great to know that that's the case, so you can plan around it, but it's not absolutely necessary. Okay, let's see then. Those are the safety tools. I like to start off every Monsterhearts session by just reminding everybody of the agenda of this game, which are 4 principles that we like to keep in mind. The first one is to make each main character's life not boring. The second is to keep the story feral, wild. The third is to say what the rules demand. And the fourth is to say what honesty demands. So be honest to your character and also to yourself in terms of anything that's coming up for you that you need to speak. All right, reminder from last time, I had mentioned that everyone's going to get XP up in this session. So if you haven't marked that XP yet, go ahead and do that. I don't know if anybody got an advance from last time. Let's check right now. I don't think we have any advances just yet. Some people are on.
I have one advance.
Oh, you do have one advance. Okay.
I took it.
You took it? Okay.
Yeah.
What did you take for August?
I took Bask in Moonlight from the werewolf. I have +3 dark when I am bathed in moonlight.
Well, it's an interesting way to get your dark up. Great. Okay, great. Then let's go ahead and I just want to review some of the wishes, and then we'll do a go around with intros and what you remember from last time, because it was 2 weeks ago, and we'll go from there. So the wishes are on the classroom tab, and I'll just read them through. For David, who hopefully will be joining us soon, Chloe is going to still work on getting Mario to love her. We'll probably use strings attached bargain, so that'll be interesting. She would like scenes with Alistair and a sneak peek at Belinda's collection. For Dana, is interested in uncovering the Eustace. Is it Anya? Is that how you pronounce the name? Stephen, you named your mother, August's mother. How do you pronounce the name?
let me see. What was the name I gave her? Let me.
It's Aine. I did look it up, and it is an Irish name, so I'm sensitive to.
I think
I don't
it's.
know. Might
Oh, I remember. I remember. I looked it up on YouTube. I think it's Ein or Ain. I need to look it up on YouTube again. Let me check
Okay,
that.
I'll tell you for free.
There you go.
It's Anya.
Onya.
Anya, that's it. Yeah.
Onya. Okay. All right. Onya then. So Dana wants to uncover the Eustace Onya affair. Wants to see what happens when Alistair digs into the truth about Flip's death. Is interested in seeing the Chloe Belinda dynamic evolve, and more of the same. Stephen is interested in getting revenge on Chloe. Or not their own revenge. It might be Alistair's revenge that you're referring to. I'm not sure.
No, she blew me off, and
she
like
blew you off. That's
I
right.
just need to, get a little revenge for that. Like not a big level revenge.
But take a little piece.
Yeah.
And Travis is interested in the bike ride with August, which is on the docket, and dialing it up for Alistair and maybe using some hexes. And I have a wish to know where Belinda's secret tunnel leads. So we'll have to see where that goes. So let's go ahead and hold on. I'm just going to check my email. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and do character introductions and maybe tell us a little bit about what happened last time for your character and what you remember anyways, and we can hopefully recreate where we left off. Why don't I we just start in the order I'm seeing you on the screen. Donna, you want to start us off?
Yeah, my name's Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Belinda, she, her, who is the worm. Last week we saw Belinda maneuvering herself into Chloe's good graces, and I guess that was the main intent from Belinda last week, and obviously that led to a tour of the Markham House and its various, let's call them catacombs. And maybe when David arrives, we can see exactly what happened after that in a flashback or something.
Private tour.
Yeah.
Great. Travis, you want to tell us about Alistair?
Yeah, I was trying to remember all the details. The last I remember is that Alistair and August I offered a dirt bike to Augustin to go riding with him, and we're going out past the property past Belinda's fence line.
Mm-hmm.
The family fence line out past the big house.
Right. You also had a kind of a vision of your dead friend, right? Last time, Flip.
Yep.
And you went rifling through Chloe's locker, I remember.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And found a strange drawing of a shadowy figure. Yeah, I remember that as well. Great. And Stephen.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, where do we open here? So wait, I'm just because it's been a while. I'm just trying to remember. Was the naked dirt bike stuff at the start of last week's session or at the start of last session, or do we open with the morning after last session?
I think the naked dirt bike was last session.
Okay, yeah, naked dirt bike with Alistair. I got really drunk because I was kind of confused about what was going on with Chloe, and it was easier to drink than to figure all that out. I think there's something up with Chloe. She's like, I think I said like a shadow princess or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's also I tried to shut down my mom. It didn't end well.
That didn't work well. You got a slap.
Yeah,
And she
a
stormed.
one harm slap. She
A
knows how
one-arm
to.
slap.
She knows how to slap
He
someone.
does know how to slap. You just wait and see. So yeah, so that's where I think where we left. It was an argument about who she might be seeing or not seeing, right?
And about maybe I learned how to lie from, the expert at it.
That's right. You called your mom a liar. Okay, great.
The old nature versus nurture.
All right, folks. So why don't we let's see, how should we do this, knowing that David might be joining us sometime soon? Well, let's hold off on Donna on Belinda, because the last time we saw Belinda, something was about to happen. This is me learning my lesson about cliffhangers once again. But Travis, is there, last time we saw Alistair had been the scene of him going through Chloe's locker, I believe, after hours on Friday at school, and finding the picture. Was there something else that you found in the locker as well? Something that led you to think, I can't remember. Do you?
I'm just checking to see.
Yeah.
In any of my note sections.
I remember that Flip in the vision told you, referred to a she that had made it happen, that it was no accident that he died.
Right.
That she made it happen. And you connected that to Chloe and went through her locker and then found, I remember the drawing of the shadowy figure.
Yeah, that's kind of all I remember also.
Okay, we'll go from that. That's what you got. So is there a scene that you'd like to call for Alistair? It could be that day, or I know you have a date to go bike riding, dirt bike riding with August. So that is somewhere, if you do show up for that, of course. You'd be careful if you don't. We could go there as well. So what's your pleasure?
Yeah, that sounds good. David, are you ready for that? Or Steven.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's set the scene a bit. So it's the next day, it's Saturday, and you all are meeting somewhere, or is August picking Alistair up? Or no, Alistair picking August up? There were two bikes, right, involved?
Yeah, so I think August will have to come.
Oh, okay. So you decided to bring a second bike regardless. August knows how to read that.
You might prefer something different, August.
I mean, I said he didn't need to bring a second bike, but he's bringing one. That's fine.
Well, listen, why don't you come over to the house?
No, that's fine. If I love the idea of Alistair bringing the second bike.
Okay. Great. Well, I'll unload the bikes at your house and hand you a helmet and a jacket for this. Is there anything else? Have you done this before? You feeling okay? Is there anything else you need to follow me along the trail?
I put on the helmet. No, that's fine. I should just keep close on your ass. Keep a close eye on your ass.
Which you can say as I do up your jacket.
Now, I am reminded of the fact that that Alistair has an unexpected crush, I believe.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think I'm doing all this?
No. Yeah, that sounds, yeah, but yeah, just do that. If you're comfortable, then sure, follow me.
Mhm.
And I'll jump on the bike and just wait and make sure that August can get it running and
Mhm.
get the clutch out fine the first time.
Yeah, I think I think I'm less competent than I would pass myself off as. Because I have not actually ridden one of these before. It takes me a couple tries.
All right.
And then it starts up, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to just sort of burn around and come up right beside you and just say, it's okay. So hand on the clutch, twist the gas a tiny bit, push, kick down one, and then just let it out super slow. Let the clutch out super slow as you give it a little bit of gas.
What could go wrong?
And what could go wrong?
I think like I shoot forward really fast. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, that was too much. Too much on the gas, I see.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just nice and slow. Nice and slow. You're going to get to a point where it sounds really whiny. Then you're going to have to grab the clutch again and then kick down one more click. And that'll take you into the second gear. And then you just do that through all 4 gears. But if you ever need to stop, don't you have to sort of click it and I'll just reach down and move his foot. I was like, just do this. And you can feel the gears click back up to neutral if you have to stop or get into first.
So as you reach down and grab his foot and his calf, maybe, I mean, is this an attempt to turn him on, or a possibility of turning him on?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I think we should make a roll to see how August feels about your hand on his calf.
Okay.
So, do you have the roller?
I thought I had it open. I'm on one screen today, so I'm a little
Okay, let me see.
out of.
I'm on a different screen. Let's see.
Dismiss. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to turn you on, which is
That uses your hot.
oh, -1. I love it. So good. Do I have any strings?
Let's see.
I guess a string for blank.
You can use a string after.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Everyone has this one string on me because I'm an open book.
Right. Okay. So I can use it after. Okay.
And I
So
don't think
roll-
August's condition of being a suck up would it? No, I don't think it does apply here, unless someone wants to make an argument for that case. So I think you've just got a -1 on the roll then. And
Okay.
we'll see if you want to use a string afterwards. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Oh my. So that is a failed roll.
That did not work well.
Like, did you not want to spend that string then? Because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'll wait to save it.
Yeah, save it. Don't. Oh, you don't use it on this one. Yeah, you'll keep it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I've got too many windows up in here. Okay, so I'm trying to think. August doesn't really know what's going on with this bike, and I think I'm going to hold the hard move for now.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing's coming to me right now about how this failed turn on is going to affect the run. You guys are going to be riding around the Marcham house, right?
And round behind back was my idea. Yeah.
The properties. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's back where Flip died, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will hold the hard move for now. Let's just say this. You did teach him to use the second, use the clutch in the second gear.
Yep.
August, I'm curious, how are you feeling? I mean, about being on a second bike, and also being not really knowing what you're doing. It's a pretty mountainous road, or trail, I imagine. Are you feeling confident?
Probably. I don't think I'm super confident. Well, yeah, I don't think I'm super confident. Like, I think I'm trying to pass it off as like everything's fine, but I think it's very kind of student driver-ish, where I put too much gas and then like I come to a way too fast stop to overcompensate. Like that, there's a lot of that over the course of the ride, I think.
And so let's narrate a little bit about the ride, Travis. Alistair. What kind of trail do you take August on?
Well, I was going to do some of the trails that I like, that I find fun, and have some little jumps in a creek crossing or two, just to kick the back way onto the property. But I think having taken a look and gotten up close with August, I think that I'll just take him up the side roads, and we'll get onto like the bush road, fire road kind of thing. That's pretty open, not too bad, pretty easy to ride out for kind of a first ride.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be able to go slowly up the mountain. It's not too steep, and around back behind the property, looking out. Eventually we could maybe stop before we get behind the mansion, and just I'll stop and take a look at, and just say, let's just stop here for a second. You can see it's one of my favorite spots on the ride, and we'll look out over the town and all of that. See the house coming up on one side, and down in the valley, the rest of the town.
And as you're looking over your shoulders, you're coming up to this spot that you want to stop at. You look over your shoulder to make sure August is okay, and then when you look forward again, you see, standing right in front of the path, right in front of you, the bloody figure, the ghost of Flip again.
Yeah.
And you try to swerve, and you lose control of the bike, and you're gonna careen into a tree, and you're gonna take one harm from that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take one harm. Maybe I'm thinking that it's a blow to your leg. Your leg's not broken or anything, but it's going to be a big fat bruise tomorrow on your thigh where you laid down the bike. And the bike itself is fucked.
Okay.
So it's not going to start again here. August, how do you respond when, and that was your hard move, by the way.
Thanks.
That was not clear.
Yep.
August, how are you going to respond when you see this happen? And August, I think you don't actually see Flip.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. You just see Alistair lose it and suddenly careen into a tree.
I pull my bike to a stop, and I'm like running over to Alistair, and I'm like, shit, Alistair, what happened? You lost control.
Did you see anything? Did you see anything weird right before? Were you close enough?
Well, I mean,
Did you see anything weird on the trail?
I mean, so you crash into the tree, and to be honest, the weirdest thing about that was I kind of expected me to be the one to do that.
Yeah. Well, I had faith in you. Yeah, something must have just caught my wheel a little bit, I guess. I don't know, but man, it looks like bike's done for now. Can you just help me? We'll just pull it off into the bush here. I can't. Doesn't look like I can get this running. We'll have to figure out a way to get it back down later.
Sure. Are you sure your legs out? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, it hurts, but I don't think anything's broken. I can still move my foot and
Here, let me take a look at it. And I like, pick up your leg and gently moving it from side to side to see can you bend it?
uh, yeah, mostly.
Yeah, I run my fingers along your leg.
Hmm.
To check for breaks.
And of course, the pants are a little ripped too, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, from the fall. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a roll to turn you on.
Okay.
That's a 7. So you can either give me your string or do one of those options from the turn someone on move.
So the options are, just so you know them. So it's either the string or you can choose one of these reactions, Alistair. I give myself to you. I promise something I think you want. Or I get embarrassed and act awkward.
I think embarrassed and awkward is true. Is honest.
Is honest? Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that look like in this instance?
Yeah. I don't think anything's broken. Yeah, that's. Yeah. I mean, it didn't hurt so bad. I think that would feel good, but yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
I look up at you and say, you asked me if I saw anything weird, Alistair. Are you saying you saw something weird? And I'll just remind you, Alistair, that you promised to tell me your secrets.
Right.
So you can not tell me, but I will count that as a betrayal.
Yeah, I know I promised that. Yeah, listen, I don't know exactly what's going on. But ever since yesterday I had this weird, I don't know, like a flashback, a vision and something. You ever had anything like that happen? I think just sort of take over what's in front of you and surprise you or scare you or anything?
I don't know. I saw something the other night at the party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually have these visions when I'm awake. Usually I dream them of being. I think I'm a little tuning out right now. It's being chased by something through the woods, but I think I saw something with Belinda, and it just made me think of those dreams of being chased.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really scary. Do you know why or when that happens? Like, if something happened, I don't know, eat cheese before you get to bed kind of thing?
I shrug. I don't really know. My mom says it runs in the family, but she never has those dreams.
Oh.
And as you mention your mother, and you remember the dream, um, and the fact that you remember that your mother asked you about them, and you didn't tell her the truth about the dreams.
Oh, and sorry, I meant to say Chloe, not Belinda.
Oh, Chloe, yeah. Um, Suddenly you notice, Travis. I'm sorry, Alistair. You see on August's face like a flaming red handprint, like where he was struck. And August, you feel your face burning as if it's halfway, it starts off like blushing, this sense of like you're suddenly blushing, but and you're embarrassed about something. But there's also kind of almost a feeling that your face, the side of your face where your mother hit you, is burning. And Alistair, how do you react when you see this sudden welt appear on August's face?
Just looking through some of the moves. Hey, what's with your face? Are you okay? What happened there? That just jumped out all of a sudden.
I raise my hand to my face, half expecting to feel like the heat, but I think it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel to my hand like anything. But I said something to my mom I don't think I should have.
Yo, does she do that often?
Oh, this is. I shrug. Not recently.
Not recently. Oh, that sounds awful. It looks terrible too. Do you need anything? Are you okay?
I sigh. Mm, Look, I don't want to make this weird, but I think I really like to take my mind off it. Just, I don't want to talk about it. Do you think?
Do you want to just? Of course. I didn't mean to pry. Do you want to keep riding, or do you want me to ride you back down the hill?
I lean in and say, I kind of want to kiss you right now. And I can spend a string if you want. Yeah, I'll spend a string.
Okay. Yeah.
So the way that mechanic works, Travis, is
Yeah.
That you'll get experience if they tempt you to do what they want.
Okay. Well, I think that matches up with my poorly executed crush. So yeah, I'll lean in myself for a super quick, awkward kiss.
I mean, August. It's not an awkward kiss for August.
So Alistair leans in, and August goes for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Alistair will go slow, but get into it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's cut away from that for a second, and that intimate moment between those two in the forest, and let's turn to Belinda. So, Donna, do you have an idea of how we might proceed without Chloe?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of assuming it's like the next day, right? So
Mhm.
the whatever happened, and
We'll
we'll
have
find
to-
exactly
we'll
what
have to
and
flash back to
right?
that.
In a flashback. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just looking at my wishes that do not have anything to do with Chloe. I think I should check in with Yasmin and maybe Mario to see what's going on with them, and maybe there's a hint of the story Mario is writing, or maybe it's just we see how Yasmin is treating Belinda now that she has a bow, right?
Now that she has, excuse me, what?
Not now that she has Mario around all the time.
In tow. It might make sense, since it's Saturday, to introduce a new place maybe in the town where maybe you might come across Mario and Yasmin. Maybe a coffee shop or a hangout of some sort.
Yeah, maybe a coffee shop. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe Yasmin has like a weekend job at a coffee shop, and Mario is doing this whole "I'm a writer, so I'm hanging out in a cafe,"
writing and scribbling in notebooks,
or on his laptop or whatever. If he's
on his laptop,
writing an actual story. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so we can say that you come into the coffee shop, and Yasmin is working behind the counter, and you see that Mario is there writing on his laptop, and every once in a while he's looking up and looking at Yasmin with big doe eyes. The eyes of love. And then he goes back to writing furiously, and she's not actually noticing this as much. And as you come up to the counter, Yasmin says, "Oh, hey, Belinda. What can I get you?"
The usual.
Sure. Half calf latte coming right up. Not too much foam. I know how you like it.
Thanks.
And she starts working the machine, and she glances over your shoulder, and she sees where Mario is, and he's pretending to write, but actually trying to listen. And she goes, I don't know, Belinda, this one's been following me around like a puppy dog ever since we had a little bit of make-out time at that party. He's very earnest.
I mean, he was doing that before.
He wasn't what?
He was doing that before, following you around like a puppy dog.
Well, I guess maybe I didn't even notice it, but now now he's talking to me. It's a lot to take in. He's a sweet guy though. But yeah, he's been here all morning.
Is he at least tipping?
Not excessively, but he is buying things. So my manager's not going to get mad if he hangs out here. It's good. It's good for the image of the cafe to have, a long-haired student like sitting around tapping away at a pretty boy tapping away at a laptop here. It's good for the image. How are things with you?
I shouldn't say.
Well, that means you definitely should say.
Well,
that means something good is happening.
Yeah,
it doesn't have anything to do with Chloe, does it?
Well, now you're trying to make me blush.
I don't think I've ever seen you blush, Belinda. If I could make that happen, that'd be an achievement.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what happens.
That's all you're going to give me? Here, I just told you everything about this boy who's following me around, and you're going to give me that? Here's your coffee.
Well,
But you have to give me something more before
okay.
you get it.
Well, Chloe came over last night to get a tour.
A tour of the
Yeah.
Marcham house. Wow.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get those.
Well, yeah. I mean, she asked, and it seemed like she was, you know, being like Nancy Drew about it. But then things took a turn. That's all I'm telling you.
All right. Things took a turn. She passes the coffee across the counter to you. There will be more to this story later on, and I'm sure you'll tell me. Are you going to the track meet then tomorrow?
Yeah, I said I was going to write a story.
Story. Yes, you and Mario are very committed to the journalism, right?
Mm-hmm. What does he say he's working on right now?
And like a little shadow goes across her face, and her smile drops just a little. It's just, oh, it's some story. He doesn't tell me much about it. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm trying to be encouraging because aspiring writers need to be encouraged. So, but look at him. Oh no, he's looking over here again. Hey, how you doing?
Well, how about I encourage him?
Sure, be my guest. I've got some things to do here behind the counter as another customer comes in, and she has to take the order, and she starts taking the order from the other customer. Do you go over to Mario?
Yeah, I sit myself down like across the table from Mario.
And he looks up at you and he says, he kind of closes his laptop a little bit, like the half close. Yeah, I don't want you to see what I'm writing. And he says, did she say anything about me?
She said you're very cute and you might need some encouragement on your current project.
Oh.
So,
he looks
you want me to take a look?
Oh no, you wouldn't be interested in this, Belinda. I'm thinking about that story for are you going to the track meet tomorrow? He's trying to change the subject.
So
maybe I can help you with that story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I do this, but I'm trying to shut down his exit strategy for this conversation. Maybe if he's at like a 2-person table and he's on the bench, or the at the wall, maybe I can get off my seat on the outside and kind of scooch in beside him. Right?
Scooch in beside him. Okay. Yeah. And what are you going to say? Are you going to try to open up the laptop yourself, or?
So, I mean, I say like I mean, I'm going to also kind of lift the laptop, but I'm saying like as I move, it's like, well, we're going to be driving to that track meet tomorrow anyway, so we have plenty of time to talk about that,
And he goes, "Oh, really? It's not anything you want to see, Belinda." And he's trying to grab the laptop and close it. You could either struggle with him physically, or you could try to say something that's going to stop him. I can't remember. Do you know about you overheard something about the story, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm just suspicious because Yasmin was hiding something. So.
yeah, was hiding something. Right. Great.
I mean, I'm gonna tell him like he's well, I'm going to say like nonsense, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take a look at your story and I'm going to fix it, right? I'm going to be very kind of dismissive of his concerns. Like, I'm trying to make out like, you need some help with your writing, Mario.
I'm going to say that you open up the laptop against his protests, and you see that he is reading a newspaper article. There's two windows open. One where there's some writing, and then the other window that's open is a newspaper article from the maybe the 30s or the 40s about mining in the area, and it says and something about the word Marcham is in it, and I guess there's a mining company maybe that your ancestors or your had interest in. And so there is some and there's pictures of workers looking distressed in the mines. So what do you say as you see that glimpse of it before Mario can pull it back?
I look over at him and I tut.
Tut, tut.
Mario, sweet boy, you don't need to be hiding things.
Just sorry, Belinda. I'm just doing some research on the history of the town. Came across this thing. It's about your family, and he manages to, with a click of the mouse, actually close the window that has what he was writing on it. And I didn't know your family was involved in mining in some of the mining operations here back in the 30s.
Well, back in the 30s, everyone's family was involved in the mining operation.
Yeah, but you all were running it, not working in the mines like most of us. I'm wondering, that beautiful house you built. How long has it been there? Was it built around that time too? It kind of has a 1930s style to it, although kind of Gothic too.
Yeah, I think the late teens, early 20s, I think, but I'm not sure.
So is your family still in mining?
So Mario, are you interviewing me now? Am I a source? Or do you want to show me the story you're writing about me?
No. It's a historical piece, and it's just a historical piece. It's not about you, Belinda. It's not about you, but your family's a big name in this town, and I'm just trying to get the facts of your history so I can write a piece. Maybe if it's good enough, we can put it in the paper. But yeah, if you're willing to do an interview, that would be awesome.
Just when you find out what happened to the the union organizers in 32, think about what you're going to write.
His face goes pale because he actually knows what happened to the union organizers in 32.
So I don't know if that's like a threat or yeah.
So you should roll with cold, which I think you've got some of.
I do have some of that.
All right, so
that was an 8.
8. So on an 8, you choose one from the list. So Mario doesn't have a string on you. So you can gain one on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a string on him. I mean, I see him gulp, right? Very, very dramatically.
He goes pale, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can give me a condition in return, right?
yes, I will be giving you a condition in return. And I think it's going to be, I'm trying to think what the right wording for it is.
Mob boss. Yeah.
That's what keeps coming up. Yeah, mob boss. Yeah, let's go ahead with that. I was gonna say mobster, but mob boss. Yeah,
Great.
that's descriptive. Thank you, Stephen.
Oh God.
And
we're terrible people.
terrible people. And I think he's just stunned, and he closes his laptop, and he says, I should get going, I think. And you see from the far side that Yasmin is looking over at the two of you with kind of a question mark on her face as she's like giving out an espresso to somebody. And Mario looks terrified, and he grabs his laptop and he goes to bolt for the door.
I mean, I'm letting him run.
You're letting him run. He's running out the door, looking over his shoulder. And I assume you're sitting there smugly. And
I settle into the proper part of the seat and drink my coffee and stare at his retreating back.
Okay, we'll cut there. Okay, looks like we're at the top of the hour. So why don't we come back, take our first break, and we will come back at 10 after.
Cool. See you then.
All right, see you. All right. So we'll leave Belinda gloating in the cafe over her half-calf latte. And August, I wanted to come back to you and Alistair. So there was a kiss. August was leaning in. Alistair seemed a little bit tentative or awkward. I'll let you take the lead, August. Do you want to? What happens next?
Oh, I mean, I think I'm just seeing through here. I think probably probably if I'm feeling that Alistair is still a little bit awkward, I kind of pull away after a few seconds and say, is this all right?
I think Alistair's awkward enough that he actually sort of leans on his sore leg and kind of falls into you. Like you pull away as he just sort of steps wrong, and we bump heads. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I mean that was nice. I'm sorry. I ruined it. I totally ruined it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I mean, you didn't ruin it. And like you've already fallen into me. I just like pull you onto me so that you're on top, so that like you're straddling me.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm gonna lean in and kiss more.
Yeah. Should we activate our sex moves here? Like we can talk
Sure.
about like when those activate, but like I don't know how far things go, but I feel like this is a moment to
Right.
to
that.
activate them.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. I guess it depends. Like for me, it does matter about how far things go. Because mine doesn't activate if we have sex. Mine activates if
Just
we
be
lie
naked.
naked together. And I'm fine if mine doesn't activate, if you think
Okay.
that's how far we things go right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll let you. Well, should it activate? I'm thinking if one. Well, unless you get naked. I guess you could have sex without getting naked.
Yeah, like the Fae is like yeah, because it's like a question of like how far you think, like we say before, like it takes for a sex move to activate.
Yeah. I think we're in an awkward kiss makeout place right now. So
Yeah.
I maybe we hold off on the sex.
Okay.
move. Yeah.
I think there's bugs and sticks and things.
Yeah.
bugs
Okay.
and sticks and shit. And Alistair, you've also just had an accident. Your
Mhm.
legs thrashed. You also had the vision of Flip looking pretty bloodied on the and you're actually not far from the place where you found Flip's body.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, yes, you could lean into further actions with August, but I'm wondering, yeah, how you respond. Say we have a little bit of a makeout scene, and
Sure.
and what happens then? Because you haven't actually, you've alluded to what you saw, and August has alluded to some things that he had and saw in dreams. But I'm curious where that's all landing with you all right now after the headiness of the makeout scene. Alistair, what do you say as you come up for air?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. I say very sarcastically.
Absolutely. I look, this is starting to sort of hurt more. Would it be all right if we just went back down? I think I can, we'll just do like at the party, you just jump on the back, I'll take that bike and bring us both down if that's okay.
Sure.
Alistair's gonna dodge any questions, further questions about for bird noises. Thanks, Tommy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think he'll purposely avoid any questions about the vision or what happened.
Now, mechanically, August, do you feel like Alistair has revealed secrets to you?
I think he actually has. Like he wasn't as forthcoming as he could have been, but I feel like he's revealed something about himself.
That he's been seeing things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So unless there's something else you want to do on the bike trek, we are near the place where Flip died, and we're also near the Marcham house. But we could just head back if you want to. I'll put it to you, August. What do you think? Shall we close this one, or and
Like I
call a
can't
new
think of what August would immediately do here.
Right.
Like, I think this is like August didn't come out to investigate the Marcham house. August
Right.
came out to make out with Alistair.
What about Alistair? What did he come out here for?
Yeah, Alistair is definitely just here to explore things, to get a chance to hang out with August, who he obviously has some feelings for.
Uh-huh.
Awkward teenage boy feelings, but I think Alistair would be probably panicking to leave. Happy, but just like I don't know.
Got it. All right. So I'm going to say that you guys get on the bike and head.
Yeah,
back
I think I say as I get on the bike behind you. Shame we couldn't do a repeat of the other night. And as
yeah, no fires here this time. And he just drops it in gear and gets it.
Okay, we will cut the scene there. So then, Travis, if we move forward now, I'm wondering what Alistair might be up to in terms of some of what he discovered about Chloe or about Flip. He's pretty much haunted now by Flip. And what might he do next after he says goodbye to August?
Just looking through moves and things to see my moves, not the basic moves. Really, I think Alistair probably the most fun thing would be to try to find to spy on Chloe.
Oh, to spy on Chloe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From afar. Okay.
Yeah. Put the big lens on the camera and put the bike away and sort of limp around to try to find where Chloe is.
Okay. Since we don't have Chloe here, it's interesting not having Chloe here. There's a lot of things that can't happen. But you could go by Chloe's place, which we don't know about, but we can draw. So you do know where Chloe lives. What do we know about Chloe's family? Let me just check my notes. She lives with her mom and her younger brother. So you could go check out her house to see if yeah, I'm torn about the track meet because Chloe's on the cross country team, and there's a lot of stuff around the track meet that would be important to have Chloe present for.
How about this?
Mm-hmm.
What if Alistair goes about this a lot more subtly and just sort of drop by his Chloe's place to almost befriend her little brother?
Okay. All right. That's sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the little brother is actually playing in front of the house by himself with a basketball. There's a basketball and a hoop, and he's probably 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's and he's trying to shoot hoops, although he's not very good, and the ball's a little too big for him. And let's call him Marcus. And yeah, that's where you come across Marcus. He's in the front of the house by himself, shooting hoops.
Assuming small town stuff, that I would know Marcus's name and
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's,
So,
yeah, but he doesn't know
yeah.
too well.
Okay.
Being 12.
I'll walk up to the house and put my camera bag down and just try to really just try to engage him.
Yeah, he grabs the ball. He stops the ball, and he looks at you and he says, "Are you here for Chloe? She's not here."
Yeah, I was just walking by and you're playing. Do you want to shoot some horse or something?
Yeah. Would you play with me? Really?
Yeah, I got some time. Some time.
What's in
How's
that?
your jump shot?
I can't reach high enough to make a jump shot on this. I'm too short. All the other kids are growing. They're taller now, but I'm. My mom says I'm a late bloomer, so I'm still short.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
trying to practice my free throw.
That makes sense.
Do you have any tips? I can't get it in.
Well, just take a shot for me and let's see what I can figure out.
So obviously, the ball's a little too heavy for him.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to push it with one hand up, and he's not even getting close to the hoop. You see, and it just keeps running away, and I just spend my whole time chasing it.
Well, you can take some shots. Let me chase it for you here, and I'll just pass it back to him.
Okay.
What if you just step in a step or two and try to get that one first before you pull it so far?
Why are you limping?
I fell on my dirt bike.
You have a dirt bike?
I do have a dirt bike. Yeah, right now it's all I have is my friend's dirt bike. My dirt bike's actually up in the bush from where I fell over yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta get somebody to give me a hand. But yeah. Do you have a dirt bike? Do you like dirt bikes?
I've never been on a dirt bike. Would you give me a ride on a dirt bike?
Well, we have to talk to your mom, but I don't.
Oh no, my
I
mom will say no.
with
My
that.
mom will say no. I'll do anything. I'll do anything if you give me a ride on the dirt bike.
Yeah, well, let's see how things go when my leg feels a little better. I'm having trouble even walking, let alone riding a bike. But I'm open to it. We'll see how things go. Here, why don't just take another step up there and take a shot? Let's see how it goes.
Okay, he goes for it. But
And what else, other than shooting hoops, what else do you like to do, Marcus?
It's really boring around here.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other boys don't want to play with me, and no one wants to play with me. So I spend a lot of time alone. Yeah.
Do you like to read things or play video games or anything?
Yeah, I've been playing video games. My mom says I play too much. And my sister just looks at me really funny when I play video games. Like she thinks I'm crazy.
Oh. Well, I think that's Mom's job. Mom's job to say that you play too many video games.
Are you a friend of my sister's?
Pardon me?
Are you a friend of my sister's?
Well, we're in the same class at school, and she used to go out with my friend Flip.
I remember Flip.
Yeah.
Why did he go away? He was around all the time, but he used to be nice to me.
Yeah.
Big brother. I never had a big brother. But Chloe won't talk about it. What happened to Flip?
Yeah, Flip was my friend too.
Really?
Yeah, we don't really know what happened to Flip. But I don't think Flip's gonna be coming around again. I'm pretty sure he won't be around for anymore.
Oh, he starts throwing some hoops, and you're catching the ball and guiding him. And he goes, well, Chloe's less mean now that Flip's not around.
Oh. that was once he was gone, that changed?
Yeah, she seemed to. I mean, you know, she didn't tell me why he left, but ever since he stopped coming around, she's been, I don't know, almost nice to me. She wasn't nice before.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that can happen as brothers and sisters get older. Yeah, what was she like before when Flip was coming around? Just mean?
He bounces the ball a couple of times. Says, "Yeah, she was mean, but she also, I heard her crying in her room a lot."
Oh. Wow, so she was sad.
She, well, she, when she came out, she'd always just be mean, but I knew she was crying, but I don't know what she was crying about.
Oh. Yeah.
But I
Well,
haven't heard her cry in a while.
sometimes it's sad to be a grown-up.
Well, she's no grown up.
Ah.
She's only 3 years older than me. 4 years older than me.
Sometimes it's sad to be more grown-up.
I want to.
Do you want to get a drink or something? You got any? Get a glass of water, or some lemonade, or something? You got anything?
Sure. No one's home. My mom's at work. But yeah, we can get something in the kitchen. Come on in.
All right. All right.
And he leads you into the kitchen. Maybe we'll cut away there
Okay.
for now. And Belinda, you are sitting smugly finishing your latte in the cafe when you hear a voice from over your shoulder saying, "Well, that was very impressive." And you turn and you see it's Luna, your frenemy from class. So what did you say to that poor puppy dog that made him run out with his tail between his legs?
Hi, Luna. I didn't see you there. Very, very impressive stealth skills there.
Yes, flattery. What'd you say to the boy?
I encouraged him to be very thorough with his research.
I like how you keep the boys in line, Belinda. And she sits down next to you.
I mean, where else do they belong?
I tried to keep my boy in line, and I don't know. He's gone Roman. I don't know what's up with him.
Who's your boy?
Alistair and I were pals last year. And now, I don't know. He just seems confused. He seems ditzy. He seems unfocused. You work with him at the school newspaper, right?
Yeah, he's my best photographer.
I heard the way you said that, Belinda. You think we don't hear that? He's your only photographer. But he dropped me like a hot potato.
I don't know how I sound.
You sound like he's your worst photographer, hon. That's what you sound like. And I know he's your only photographer. I mean, you can find anyone to use a camera. Hand them a camera.
Yeah, well, he has some good cameras, so, you know.
I have a request. One bad bitch to another. Fire Alistair from the newspaper. You're the editor. You can do that, right?
Why would I do that, and why do you think that would help?
You can easily find another one.
I'm sorry, Luna, you're not listening to me. Why would I do that? And why do you think that would help you?
The second question is my matter, but the first question I will answer. I was assigned as Chloe's lab partner in bio. I've seen how you looked at her when you think I'm not watching. You think you're in the back row, but I'm sitting right next to you, Belinda. You do this for me, and I'll step down as Chloe's lab partner and give her to you. That's what I can do for you.
It's funny you think you can give me something I already have.
Oh, you already have it. My, that is a new development. When did this happen?
I'm shopping for what you think you can give me next.
Well, my mistake then. If you already have Chloe so firmly under your wing, is that it? Your talent, perhaps? Then maybe there isn't anything we can do for one another. Shame. It would have been nice to do some business.
I'm not shutting down this interesting conversation. I'm not unwilling to give you what you want. I'm just saying your first offer was not compelling.
Counter offer then. What might entice you?
Well, I would very much like to get to the bottom of exactly what August's story is.
August. Really? How can I help you do that? I'm not sure he likes you.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. I just want to know what is really going on in that trailer park. You know, where did they come from before? You know, it's a very open-ended question. You know, you can, if you give me an interesting answer, I will absolutely can Alistair.
Okay. And when you can him, you have to be mean about it. I know you have it in you, Belinda. I heard what you said about his photographs. Say it like that. Say it the way whatever you said to that boy, Mario. Say it that way.
And he'll come running to you.
Say again.
And he'll come running to you.
We'll see. I just want him to know that decisions have consequences. All right.
Okay.
I will look into the August matter for you. How mysterious can it be? I know his mom works at the casino. Maybe that'll be a place to start. All right. We'll see each other, Belinda. And she grabs her books and she saunters out of the coffee shop. Okay. If we stop there for Belinda, cut away from there. August, is there some scene that you might like to call prior to the meet?
Yeah, I think I want to push this because I need to actually have a justification for how we can advance that one plot line. I think I want to have a scene with Mario at some point. So that I can actually find out who Edgar is finally.
Hold on, I'm going to put on my headset because I'm having trouble hearing. All right. A scene with Mario then.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could see him as you're coming back into town. You could see him walking along the street right after he left the cafe where Belinda scared him. And he's looking over his shoulder, and he's looking very nervous.
Okay, I guess I tell Alistair to drop me off here because like I need to talk to Mario about something. It's a school project, kind of.
And as you say that lie, your face burns just a little bit.
Yeah.
And Alistair sees the handprint. Just
It's kind of a school project. Look, we both go to school.
Alistair, do you see anything in response, or do you just drop August off? This would be prior to your interaction with the Chloe's brother Marcus.
Yeah, I guess if that's what you want, I can let you off here. Do you want me to drop you somewhere in particular, or just catch up to Marcus and I can drop you off there and I'll go get a coffee or something?
No, here's good. I'll call you.
Yeah. Up the trail? Thanks.
Oh, you need to stop thanking me, Alistair. You did half the work. And I give you a wink.
I think with that, yeah, Alistair will take your helmet and put it on the crook of his arm and do a wheelie down the street away from
yeah, I run over to Mario. Hey, Mario.
What? Oh, hey, August. What's up? Was that Alistair? Were you on his bike? Wow, is that safe? Did you guys wear any clothes?
Oh yeah, like not at all. He actually crashed.
You're kidding me. He crashed? And you were wearing clothes though.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I see how it is. It's good to see a friendly face, August.
Oh yes, is something up?
That Belinda chick, man, she's just scared the shit out of me. It's like everything she says is like a veiled threat, and for some reason, it feels like more than a threat. It feels like a promise.
Yeah, it probably is.
She doesn't take any prisoners, does she? She's a cold one.
Yeah, no. Like I'm technically like okay, we have like a friendship non-aggression pact right now.
Damn, I wish I had one of those.
I mean I could see what I could see what I could do. But look, you do something for the newspaper, right? You
Yeah, I do some writing.
Right, writing. Yeah. That's what I needed. Do you know, is there like, do you know anyone named Edgar in town? That was the name, right? Jose?
Eustace.
Out of character.
Eustace.
Oh, Eustace. I look at my arm where I have Eustace written. I mean Eustace.
Eustace. Well, yeah, Eustace Marcham. I know a lot about him. That's a pretty unusual name. I don't think I know anyone else by the name of Eustace. He's Belinda's dad.
Oh,
He's the head of the Marcham family. See that house up there? They own that place. Richest family in town, old money. And if just between you and me, I'm doing a paper, a research article, an expose, and man, these people are crooked. That's why Belinda is on my ass. She found out that I'm writing this piece. But yeah, Eustace is black-hearted, man. And the weird thing about him is like, you know, I was just looking at at an article from the 1930s, and it referred to Eustace Marcham. It can't be the same Eustace Marcham. Maybe they're, you know how fancy families always name their sons the same name? Maybe it's just a name that you know, they just keep giving. You know, like my neighbor had this pug named Choo Choo. The Choo Choo would die, and then he would just name the next dog Choo Choo. Maybe they're like that. It's just Eustace this time instead of Choo Choo.
I mean, I think in that case, Linda really lucked out that she's a girl, didn't she?
Yeah, because Eustace is, yeah, not the kind of name I
wouldn't
like
want
to
that
have.
name.
But yeah, that's who he is. Why do you ask?
Oh. Look,
Do you know something about him? Something I can use in my piece?
it's not really something you could use in your piece. Well, I don't know. What kind of piece are you writing? Is it like a sexploits piece? Because then I'd probably want you to do some like anonymization. Like, I don't really think it's going to be useful to you.
Sexploits? You kidding me? A sex scandal? He's married. Is there a sex scandal around Eustace? That would be great news. Oh, August, you got to tell me. You got to tell me. And he pulls on your sleeve and sits you down on a bench there on the side of the Main Street. Says, "What do you know? What do you know?" And he pulls out his laptop. I'll tell you whatever you want about him. I know everything about him, but clearly you know something personal. Is he cheating on his wife?
You know, I think I need to talk with Belinda about this before I talk with you. I'll get back to you though, Mario.
Okay, wait a second. You cannot tell Belinda we're having this conversation though. She'll kill me for sure. She just threatened to kill me.
I mean, look, she'll probably, if it does come down to it, she'll probably do it slow. So you'll still have time to publish before she kills you.
You're so funny. Super funny. Super funny. Thank you. Do not tell her I was talking to you. All right. Go talk to her and see if you can get anything out of her. But if you get anything juicy about her family, I can make it worth your while, August. I can make it worth your while. Maybe I can, yeah, I'll make it worth your while. And
I kind of like don't think there's anything I want from you, but okay.
I'll figure something
as I'm backing away.
How are you doing in English? I can write a good paper. And he closes up his laptop and then he starts walking away.
I can
be
write
careful
papers
with her.
in English. I just don't do the reading. I mumble to myself.
I do the reading, he says. And then keeps walking.
Yeah, I go over to the coffee shop.
This is where Belinda is holding court. All right, let's follow that through. Actually, before we go to that scene, let's flash back to Alistair and his new sidekick, Marcus. So you're in the kitchen, and you know, Marcus is opening the fridge and saying, "We've got Coke and we've got Fanta, and we've got you don't drink water, do you? Because you can get that out of the tap. And there's, I think my mom has some iced tea here. Do you like that?
Yeah, iced tea's great. Let's try some iced tea.
Maybe I should drink that. People who are grown up tend to drink iced tea. Maybe they make me grow faster. So he pours 2 glasses of iced tea, one for you and one for him. And he goes, "It doesn't taste like anything. Maybe I should put some sugar in it." And he starts digging around the shelves for some sugar.
Adding it by the tablespoon.
Adding a couple of tablespoons of sugar. And then he starts stirring it because it won't dissolve.
Yeah.
He's frantically stirring it. But you're in the house.
Yeah. So, Marcus, show me games. What games do you like to play?
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. And he
Yeah.
goes and he comes sit on the couch with me, and he starts up his PlayStation, and starts showing his favorite video games.
Hey, Marcus, hold on for just a sec. Where's the washroom?
Washroom? What's that?
I
Oh, you mean bathroom?
bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's down that hall, right where. Yeah, you can use that one across from the bedrooms.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Yeah. Get the game warmed up, and I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you hear the sounds of the video game going as you walk down the hall.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm just looking through moves. I am going to take a quick duck into Chloe's room and just look just from the door, see what I see. Posters, notes, any of that kind of thing.
Okay. So I'll just make up Chloe's room. So yeah, it's at the end of the hall, and it yeah, I think there are maybe I don't want to endow her with too many things because she's a PC, but there are some hard rock posters, and there's a desk, and her bed, the usual stuff, and it's kind of messy, as a teenager's room would be. So her books are thrown on the floor, and there's a book bag there, and yeah, and there's a closet and a dresser. So I think I'll stop at that. I don't want to put too much character on it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Do you? So yeah, I'll just stick my head in and see what I see what you described, and then I'll tuck in and look at all the bedrooms. Just open every door I can see.
I'm still hearing the video game going in the background.
Yeah.
So you know that Marcus is still on the video game. So there's another bedroom, which is Marcus's bedroom, which looks like Marcus's bedroom. And so this is a 12-year-old boy bedroom. Strangely neat, actually, this one is. But looks like his mom has been through there recently and cleaned up some of the clutter. And then the last bedroom is the mother's bedroom. Again, she's not home. She's at work, and you can see some nursing scrubs tossed on the bed, and Yeah, and maybe some pill bottles on the dresser. And yeah, and that one has its own bathroom off the back side of it. So the bathroom you were supposedly going to was the kids' bathroom. So what is it that you're hoping to find out?
I really just think
Or are you
curious
looking to steal something?
teen stuff. I since we'll leave Chloe's room out of this, I will just look on in Marcus's room for a little shelf or something for toys or Legos or whatever, and yeah, steal whatever will fit in my pocket. One pocket sized.
All right, there's a bunch of action figures actually on one of the shelves, and they look like they're all kind of arranged there. So you could definitely grab one of those and stick it in your pocket without Marcus ever being the wiser. You don't want to put a hex on Marcus.
And then I'll go to the mom's room and start looking through the pill bottles.
So I'm going to say that the mom's pill bottles, if you memorize a couple of the names of the pills, you are going to, and Google them later, you'll find that they are for a neurological disorder. So they're like Neurontin or gabapentin, something like that, for neurological issues.
I'll just snap a quick picture with my phone.
Snap a quick picture. Nosy Alistair is.
And if there's nothing, no names that I recognize, like Adderall or painkillers or anything, then I'll just be satisfied with the picture, close the door, and go to the
And as you do,
bathroom.
You see, it seemed like someone, you could still hear the video game going in the background, but it's like someone just walked into Chloe's room. Like almost like a shadow. Like as soon as you were coming out of the parents' room, you saw like a shadow enter Chloe's room. And you know it's not Marcus.
Right.
Still on the sofa.
Well, I'll go forward, knock on the door, and open the door to see what I see in there.
And as you walk in, you see that same kind of shadow slip into the closet. And you see what you think is a bloody handprint on the closet door. But as soon as you notice it, it's gone.
This feels an awful lot like Alistair would close the door and go back down to where Marcus is. Just sit down quietly beside him. Try to get his shit together.
Okay, so you pick up the controller and you start playing whatever Call of Duty with Alistair, with Marcus, and we will cut away from that. August and Belinda, you've entered the. We'll go to that scene. August, as you enter the cafe. Yeah, you see Belinda seated there, sipping what's left of her half-calf latte. And
I just have a regular coffee. As I sit down and as I start talking, I want to note that like during most of this, I'm just like continuously opening sugar packets and pouring it into the coffee.
Okay. So do you go and sit down with Belinda? Or do you wait for an invite?
No. Look, Belinda said that we're friends.
That's right.
Obviously, if she wants to be friends, I can just sit down, clearly.
Okay. So I should be getting rid of that condition, right? No friends, because I'm the
I mean,
the center of social attention right now.
I think that I was gonna comment that, like, should you, like, after last time's session, should you be clearing that?
Yeah, that makes sense for you to clear that one. Let's see if there's any. I'm trying
I'm
to.
still a busybody and a mob boss for sure.
You're
Yeah.
definitely a mob
Yeah.
boss.
Okay. August. Did I see you jump off the back of Alistair's bike?
Yeah, yeah. Pour some more sugar in. So do you know our parents are fucking?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. Look, your dad gave like a really fancy piece of jewelry to my mom, and I know we have our like non-aggression pact, but I don't think that's going to extend to like us being step siblings.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. But who knows? Apparently, yeah. So, why don't you go from the start? What did you like witness this?
I take a sip from my coffee and I open up another packet of sugar and start pouring that into. What was, I forget, like I know that the thing was in a like jewelry box, and that it was like from Eustace. Did it have anything else in it? Like was it like Love Eustace or something like that?
Love Eustace.
I mean,
and it's also the you also saw the resemblance between that and the necklace that Belinda was wearing that she ultimately gave you, right?
Like there was there was a note. It was like it looked a lot like that necklace that you gave me. And it said Love Eustace, and I don't really know. Look, and I want to say you dodged a bullet there, because I would not want to be named Eustace.
Well, it's an old family name. But yeah, I did dodge a bullet. You're right. What a fucking asshole. Well, sorry. So I don't think my dad is going to divorce my mom. So maybe we're safe on the whole step siblings thing. But still, that's annoying, to say the least.
I know,
I don't
right?
know what
And
to do.
normally
I don't know what you think I could do with
would
this.
like my solution would be to like TP his house, but that's also your house. So I don't know if that's what we want to go with.
So you don't approve? I mean,
Okay,
is your
I
dad
know.
still around?
Okay. So I know that we're friends now, and your whole family's creepy. And I say that in a friendly way.
Okay. We have a right to our opinions, I suppose. Sorry. So you don't approve because you think my dad is creepy.
And maybe evil, but I
And
know
maybe
you,
evil.
like you said, our opinions.
Okay. So, is there like a reverse Parent Trap thing that we could do? Because we can break them up.
Oh, so I don't like this plan. I want to specify that this is not the plan I would go with if I had any other choice. What if we pretended to start dating and they found out? If there would be anything that would break up two people, if you found out that your kids were dating.
I mean, is that the kind of thing your mom would definitely find revolting?
I actually don't know. Maybe.
Okay. I mean,
I scoop a little bit of jam into my coffee now. Stir that in.
the fuck are you doing with your coffee?
The
17 sugars I can accept.
The sugar wasn't helping.
But why didn't you drink something else if you don't like coffee?
Because it's a coffee shop. What else was I supposed to order?
Tea?
I don't
anything.
like tea, though.
Oh, okay. We cannot solve all your problems, August. I mean, do you think it would work? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you're pretty, I guess, but I'm just not that into you.
Okay, I mean... Okay, I think it might work. Maybe we could sell it.
So, I don't
Just
think...
look at me and pretend I'm Chloe, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay. I need to pause you guys right now. This is an amazing scene, but I have to take a quick 5-minute break,
Okay.
and then we will come back to pretend that I'm Chloe. We'll come back right there, okay? Sorry about that. See you in 5.
Jose,
Yeah.
I'm going to change location, so I might sign back in on my other computer.
Okay, great.
Do that in 5 minutes.
All
Thanks.
right, 5 minutes. We'll go from there. I think August had just said, imagine that I look like Chloe. Was that it?
Yeah, and Belinda flipped me off.
Yeah.
Even though it's true.
I mean, I flip you off because it's true. Yeah, that is... There's no rebuttal, only nuh-uh. I mean, you, yeah, I'm not sure we need to discuss much about me and Chloe. I am not going to hurt her, right? That's what I said. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who does want to hurt her? That's what I'm wondering. Because something must have put that in your mind.
Oh, I'm just looking up NPC names. Who's the former boyfriend?
Flip.
Yeah. Like you were there for the entire Flip thing. Like it wasn't good.
I mean, I'm aware, but he is gone. So, like, is there someone else?
Yeah, he's gone, and then you started, like, I don't know, circling around her, like, a piranha after a piece of like bloody meat.
Oh. I mean, okay. That was not the vibe I was hoping for. Okay, well, I mean, that explains that. I can come across badly, let's say.
Add some salt to my coffee.
Not going to say anything. So, how about if we're going to do this thing, can we freak out your mom first? Because we don't know if, like, they have closed the deal, right? At the moment, it's just, I'm fond of you and giving you presents.
Okay.
And if we freak out your mom, maybe that's the end of it.
Yeah, and your dad isn't like, eyes wide shut kind of guy, like, because I'm worried that it might not work on him.
You mean like rich and doesn't care what anyone thinks about him? Or
like, I don't know. Do your parents have like, masked parties?
Rich people.
I mean, New Year's Eve or Halloween or the solstices, sure.
We don't need to talk about that. Yeah, okay, we'll freak my mom out.
Okay.
And like, so like, when we freak her out, like, what position should we be in?
You mean like somewhere between holding hands and your naked butt?
Yeah.
I mean, I would tend to be in favor of start off small and then escalate, but then maybe we're in a boiling frog kind of situation, right? So maybe we just shock and awe, right? But sorry, she has to meet me first because she has to know who I am, and then maybe
Okay.
it's just, and then when she sees the freaky naked butt thing,
Okay. So you can come around to my place and you'll be my lab partner, Belinda, from school.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can just, casually mention that your dad is named Eustace. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think so, because that's just like not very conspiratorial. I know that next week we have a lab and our parents need to sign it because it's like part of our assessment. And if my name is on it full name, after I get introduced as Belinda, and then she'll see my second name and that she must know, right?
Right. See, this is why, again, no offense, I should leave all the sneaky plans to you.
Yeah, obviously.
I think we've come to our plan there.
I think the camera pulls out and you guys are still talking. We won't
Yep.
we won't outline the entire plan when we got the
Yeah.
gist of it.
I mean, that's more of a plan that we would do if it was a Blades in the Dark
Yep.
game.
Okay, so
Oh, we should make an engagement roll to see.
But that has bad connotations, right? Although I have
I
run
mean,
a
if
game of
we
Blades
if
in
we
the Dark
get the
where it
miss on the
was.
engagement roll, we know where the two of them are at in their relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. What is it? Hopeless? Is that one of them? Desperate. That's what it is. Desperate. Okay, so I am going to suggest that we wrap it there because it'd be fun to have David back with us when we all start coming back together, if that works for you all. With that great plan that Belinda and August have for dealing with their parents' apparent tryst, we will close the session. Thanks for anybody who is watching or does watch. I will stop the recording here.